you on a spooky travel day in Salem, Massachusetts, famous for its history, hauntings, and witchy charm. But first, you won't believe how bizarre my morning started. Do you see that strange orb moving all over the place in my sunrise shot? It showed up in the second clip too and didn't disappear. Could it be dust, a lens flare, or something weirder? I want to hear your theories in the comments. Moving on, I'm going to continue my morning by making potions. Today's witchy concoction? A homemade bug spray. It's made with just 3 simple ingredients: essential oils, water, and witch hazel. Nothing fancy, but it's all natural and works like a charm. And I couldn't resist pulling a tarot card on my Salem day. It felt perfectly witchy and in tune with the town's energy. 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from what no longer serves you and setting out on a new path. Kinda perfect for today, don't you think? Here I'm heading to Salem, wandering away from my everyday routine and chasing a little mystery and magic, and perhaps leaving the ordinary behind. Our first stop is Salem's historic waterfront, once alive with tall ships, now hauntingly still. At the end of the pier stands the Derby Lighthouse, a lonely tower watching the harbor like a ghostly sentinel. We drove to our second stop. I thought visiting Howard Street Cemetery would help to awaken the past, as we bared witness to faded names on weathered stones, leaning and crumbling into the earth. Some belong to judges of the witch trials, a chilling reminder that even in death, Salem's history won't rest. Our next stop is the John Ward House, built around 1684, one of the finest surviving 17th century buildings in all of New England. We parked in the little lot on Church Street and walked over. Pro tip: Salem is tough for parking, so get there early. The good news? The historic district is compact. You can cross it in about 15 minutes, or take the trolley if walking is a challenge. What struck me, beyond the iconic architecture, were the apple trees still standing on the property, ghostly remnants of Salem's old farmland. Much like the few I cherish on my own property, trees, silent and enduring, watching as the centuries pass by. We're entering the busy intersection where the Salem Witch Museum sits across from Salem Common. Outside, a 9-foot bronze statue greets visitors. The city's founder, not a witch. Dressed in a wide-brim hat and cape, he shows off Puritan fashion from the 1690s. The common itself is lovely under shady trees and makes a perfect spot to snap a photo of the statue with the iconic church-style museum in the background. The museum is low-tech, but can be scary for little ones. I still remember being freaked out on my elementary school field trip. The next stop is a personal favorite. I have a thing for old hotels. Just check out my other videos for proof. This is the haunted Hawthorne Hotel, full of historic charm and ghostly tales. And it gets even better. Bewitched was filmed in Salem in June of 1970 for a series of episodes known as the Salem Saga. A fire had shut down the Hollywood set, so the cast and crew moved here to film on location. They even stayed at the Hawthorne Hotel. And I found a little hidden treasure about them tucked away near the restrooms. Between the ghosts, the history, and this slice of TV magic, the hotel feels like a doorway to another time. And later in the video, we'll check out the statue of Elizabeth Montgomery, who played Samantha in the show Bewitched.
Waking up to sunshine, sparkles in the air, magic all around me, we're flying everywhere. Dreams in technicolor, rainbows in the sky. We can touch the stars now, soaring way up high. In this magical world, we can be what we wanna be. In this magical world, so much to see. Every day's an adventure, friends by my side. We laugh and we dance in this joyful ride.
After exiting the Hawthorne lobby, we strolled past Nathaniel Hawthorne's statue as we continued our scenic walk through Salem's streets lined with spooky-themed museums, shops, and bars. It's a beautiful sunny day in early September, and next we are going to enter the Lost Library in Witch Village. It's not just a peculiar gift shop, it's a place to explore. Candles flicker, shelves overflow with curiosities, and every corner feels like it could hide a secret. A few steps away is the Burying Point, a historic graveyard with the Witch Trial Memorial right beside it. The somber memorial features a series of stacked, inscribed granite stones abutting a burial ground. Take a moment to read the inscriptions and notice the tiny mementos left by visitors, quiet tributes to those who suffered in vain. The air here feels heavy with history and remembrance. As we enter the Essex Street pedestrian mall, it's a vibrant experience, strolling along historic brick and cobblestones while taking in all the witchy-themed shops. Even though I'm filming about a month before Halloween, don't be surprised to see people in all sorts of costumes. We browsed a few shops on our way to the bewitched statue. Over the years, the statue has sparked controversy. Some feel it makes light of the tragedies that occurred here. However, after seeing the heavy emphasis on the town's hokey side, I'll let you decide. For me, I couldn't resist getting a picture with the beloved Samantha character. Perfect timing, too. It's lunchtime, and I picked out just the right spot to refuel before continuing our Salem adventure. Tucked in the corner plaza behind the bewitched statue is Flying Saucer Pizza Company. Clearly, Witch City has some otherworldly offerings. The theming here is to die for, and the pizza, absolutely out of this world, even the gluten-free. Yes, really. I'm still dreaming about the root beer too, made by a local company. I love that this sci-fi themed restaurant highlights fresh, locally grown ingredients, daily made dough, and has vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options. Continuing our witchy day in Salem, I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite shops. First up, on the darker side, is Black Craft, full of moody, mystical vibes and spellbinding novelties. On the lighter side is Wicked Good Books, where shelves brim with enchanting tales and whimsical finds. Each shop adds its own unique magic to the Salem experience. Okay, we're driving to our next destinations. First up, the House of Seven Gables. This 1668 colonial mansion is named for its distinctive gables and was made famous by Nathaniel Hawthorne's 1851 novel, The House of Seven Gables. A little bit of serendipity, I spotted a tiny crock in the window labeled The Wales Company. I actually have that same one in my kitchen at home. The streets, grounds, and water views are so peaceful, and it's easy to see why this would be a unique wedding location. In fact, one was set up while we were there.
Waves are rolling to the shore. Endless love, I feel it more. Like the sea that has no end. You're my savior, you're my friend.
Throughout Salem, you'll notice historic plaques on homes, proudly stating when they were built. It's such a charming detail. Speaking of old architecture, we had to pull over for a photo of the Pickering House, built in 1660. Ironically, there was another cemetery across the street. enough history for a moment. For all you Hocus Pocus fans, I've grabbed shots of Max and Danny's house on Ocean Avenue, Allison's house on Essex Street, and Max's high school on South Washington Square. The last Hocus Pocus setting was the opening scene of the second movie at Pioneer Village. This living history museum creates Salem as it was in the 17th century. It's small, but the cottages are just witchy enough. Take a look. Alright, if you watch my videos, you probably notice a pattern. Me and ice cream. Naturally, we had to stop at Dairy Witch. First, the mid-century modern building is absolutely adorable. And my froyo, yes, it was divine. The perfect sweet ending to an out-of-the-ordinary day in Salem. And I couldn't leave Salem without picking up something witchy. Check out this sage bundle. Traditionally, sage is believed to ward away negative energy, bad vibes, and even unwelcome spirits. Many say the smoke purifies and protects, leaving only light and calm behind. So, here's hoping no spooky spirits followed me home. If you enjoyed this highlight of Salem and its magical stops, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to check out some of my less sinister vlogs. Until next time, have a cozy, candlelit kind of day, my friends.